This is part 2 of my video with an all-out assault on idiots like JLB Sports who are nothing more than jealous Packer fans. Listen to the sounds that I put together and listen very closely and enjoy the pictures.
You know, I sort of think ahead in the event that you were released, say that a team picked you up that really needs a quarterback, Chicago, Baltimore, or even Minneapolis. And the thought of that first Monday night game, I think the Packers play Minneapolis. Don't they play Vikings?
Yeah, yes.
Have you run out in a purple uniform will make the fans crazy.
Hey everybody, welcome to Jlbsportstv, Jlbsportstv, Jlbsportstv. He actually scheduled a meeting with Mark Murphy, the Packers CEO, Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy in early June. But then Brett Favre signed with the Vikings. When I first got the news, I got a text message from ESPN on my phone. It said, Brett Favre to the Vikings. I just turned around and punched the train seat next to me.
I just turned around and punched the train seat next to me.
Hi, it's psychotherapist and life coach Michelle Bursell here. I am hearing all the drama and seeing all the drama going on since Brett Favre has signed with the Vikings.
And what you want is to, since they don't want you back, at least they've sent that message to you because they say they've moved on, you want to be released so you can pursue whatever you want in terms of football. Okay.
Yeah.
And they want to, quote, hide you on a team that they know the Packers won't compete with or that doesn't have a Super Bowl chance. Is that?
I would say it's exactly right.
With all this news and all the anger and people torn up about this, there's been a piece that's been missing from this. And leave it up to Brett Favre through all of this to be able to teach us a life lesson.
I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first. I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first.
I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first. I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first.
Trent, we might make a case that the Packers set Favre up for this. You know what? Let's make the old guy throw the arm and beat us.
I want to get a nice little shot on you, Brett. I said it. Put it on the bulletin board. Playing here is not an option, but we can't envision you playing with another team either.
Second and goal from the 2, Favre under center. Adrian's the tailback, and Favre goes play action, looks at Ty to the right, swings it back to the left. Takes the snap, looks left, pumps, swings back to the right, fires into the end zone. Touchdown! Sidney Rice! It's touchdown number 2 for Brett Favre against his former team. Favre goes back to pass. Fade, left, hurry, inside the 5, touchdown! 3 touchdowns tonight for Brett Favre against his former team. And the Minnesota Vikings are undefeated. They defeat the Green Bay Packers 30-23. They defeat the Green Bay Packers 30-23.
A sad day for Packer Nation. Just a sad, sad day.
It turned out to be disastrous.
But now he wants to come back and stick it to us for no reason is absolutely inexcusable. Why? I'd even be fine if he came back to another team, just not the Vikings. This is what's going to happen. He's going to go to the Vikings. The Vikings are a worse team because of it. You know why? Because he doesn't fit their style of offense. He throws interceptions. He throws downfield. He gives away the ball. Vikings don't need that. They just want to run the ball all day with AP.
It turned out to be disastrous. Not only for the Green Bay Packers, but for everybody now that has to go play the Minnesota Vikings. Pick your poison. Where do you start now when you defend the Minnesota Vikings? Adrian Peterson, the best runner in all of football, a dominant offensive line, and now a guy pulling the trigger that can absolutely expose any weakness you show on defense.
I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first.
I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first. I'm making a prediction. Brett Favre will make the Vikings worse. I said it here first.
They have that professionalism to them. I think they're following Brett Favre, the calmness, the coolness. I think they'll do some damage. And to control the game with the pass makes them frightening going down the stretch.
James Jones wide right, Rodgers under center. He's back to pass. In trouble, sacked! Jared Allen, he fumbled too! Jared Allen and Brian Robinson waiting for the signal. Vikings ball!
Melted down last year. He collapsed. He was the reason why the Jets didn't make the playoffs last year. Plain and simple. Just did not put up in the last month of the season, and I had a grin on my face throughout all those Jets losses. Though he put up better numbers than you last year. What's good? That really got got me pumped when Aaron Rodgers just put up better stats than Brett Favre.
And Aaron goes back to pass. He fires to the right side. Intercepted! Intercepted! Antoine Winfield! Donald Lee heads to the backfield for protection. Rodgers back to pass. He steps up. Bomb sacked! He lost the ball! He lost the ball at the 1-yard line. Vikings ball!
After review, the ruling is that the runner was tackled and downed in the end zone prior to continuing the ball, which results in safety.
He put up better numbers than you last year. What's good? That really got me pumped when Aaron Rodgers just put up better stats than Brett Favre.
With all this news and all the anger and people torn up about this, there's been a piece that's been missing from this. And leave it up to Brett Favre through all of this to be able to teach us a life lesson.
It turned out to be disastrous, not only for the Green Bay Packers, but for everybody now that has to go play the Minnesota Vikings.
We are in a process of mourning something that was great. I mean, we had this huge love affair with Brett Favre and all that he brought to the team.
I have loved Brett Favre for his entire existence in Green Bay, and though as a Packer fan, it is going to be so sad for me to see him crash and burn in Minnesota and make the Vikings a worse team. But, you know, the guy's a jerk. He's doing this to himself. He's coming back straight to stick it to the Packers.
And now we are mourning this loss and have the kick in the face that he...
See, you have to expose idiots like that. You have to expose idiots who stand up before the world, get on YouTube, and make such bold predictions. You got to expose them. You got to call them out when they do that. And his thing is, Aaron Rodgers put up better stats than Brett Favre last year. You know, Brett Favre quietly was a Pro Bowl player last year. See, it's not a big deal because he's a Pro Bowl player every damn year. So it wasn't a big deal, and a lot of people forget about that. A lot of people forget about his team had a better record than Green Bay's team. And any Green Bay Packer, they're going to try to find a way to make excuses. It was the same team. And if there were any changes, you can put that on the GM, and you can also put that on the coach. And you can turn around and say, well, this team, it's a team game. There's no I in team. Yeah, it was an I in win. And Brett Favre wins. Wherever he goes, he wins. He's a winner. He's a winner. So this, I hope, JLB Sports, I hope, after this Sunday, you get on YouTube like you were so man enough to do before the season. You were so man enough to say, oh, he's not a good quarterback anymore, and the Vikings are better with Tavares Jackson. See, you really don't even deserve the time. You really don't. You don't even deserve this YouTube time. But you know what? I'm going to take this time out. Just hopefully as a deterrent for people who talk out of their asses about sports. Got the nerve to name your username of Sports TV. That's funny because you don't fucking know football. I can tell you don't know football. You don't understand that when this man walks into a locker room, everybody around him gets better. And there wouldn't have been no 6-10 Green Bay team with Brett Favre last year. You can believe that. The next thing you can believe is there will be no Super Bowl for you guys. No time soon. No time soon. When you let that guy walk out of your organization or traded him out of your organization, oh, man. This is America. You got the nerve to be mad that he's playing for someone else, that he's a traitor? If I worked for McDonald's or Burger King and decided that I wasn't going to show up and they didn't know what was going on and they moved on, then that's their right to do that. But when I leave, I should be able to go and work for whoever the hell I want, and you shouldn't be worried about it. If you're making the right decision, then there's nothing that I can do that can get in the way of your decision or get in the way of your success. And guess what? Already, this guy's already gotten in the way of your success. It's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, you get paid for wins and losses. You can pad Aaron Rodgers' stats all you want. You get paid for wins and losses. And it's only going to be a matter of time before Brett Favre has the last laugh, and you'll be chasing your coach and your GM out of town. And you'll see that it's not your quarterback is not going to take you to where you need him to take you to. You'll see. You will see.